Hey guys, what is going on? T-Bird here, coming at you with a brand new video, and I'm so excited for today's video because this is probably my best video up to date. I think it's super entertaining because it's such a high kill game, and it's so educational at the same time because I'm going to be teaching you guys how to do it. And today's video is how to win solo versus squads. And this is such a highly requested topic on YouTube throughout the Fortnite community. And there's not that many videos on it because not many people can do it. Not many people can win solo squads. So I'm super excited to, have this gameplay for you guys. And also, it's not just, okay, camp till the end of the game type of game and I only have, 8 kills. This is a high kill game, so I'm definitely going to be walking you guys through every step of it, why I do things, when I do it, and how it ultimately, leads to a win. So you're going to see off the bat, I landed Dusty Divot because not many teams land there anymore. But you will find a few teams, and it's just a good spot. I just was feeling like I wanted to be in central map. I didn't want to have to travel for Storm too much. So as you're going to see, I got a chug jug off, and then I got a quick knock. I say that in all my videos, play for a knock. If you're playing, solo duos or, solo squads or duos or squads, no matter what, you want to get that knock. It creates a pressure that really makes players play differently. So you're gonna see I find the guy that I knocked, I shot him because I don't want to kill him all the way because I want to make them feel like they have to come push me. I want them to feel like, okay, if we don't kill this guy in the next 10 seconds, our friend's gonna die. So you can see the guy fully eliminated, but that guy was charging me because he thought he can get there in time. Now I have this guy, and it ends up being a really easy squad knock. There's only 3 of them, but that's what's going to happen a lot of times in solo squads. A lot of the times you're not going to have a full squad coming at you. There's going to be more 3 squad teams, some even 2-player teams, especially mid-game. Sometimes people get killed off along the way. So you're going to see a few seconds go by, and now I get out of the divot, I find people up here. And that's why I actually came out of the divot, because I saw people were walking around here. But you can see also I have very low mats. So as I'm seeing that they're on the roof right now, I don't have enough mats to really get up there and then, be able to protect myself in a fight. So what I do is I kind of just wait it out because they don't even know I'm here. And that's such a big key and tip that I can give you guys when you play these types of modes. You have to play very sneaky. You have to play, you have to play hidden because that makes it so much harder on the squad. Now imagine they don't know where you are and you're shooting at them and you knock one and they still don't know where you are. Picture the type of chaos you're creating with them. Rather than if you just have a 1-by-1, they know where you are, they can all just push you. It's the situation you put yourselves in. So now I have 2 knocks. I knocked the guy up there, and then I knocked the guy dropped into the divot. Now I'm not going to go and just expose myself to fully eliminate that guy. I want to find this last guy because I know that he's probably trying to res the guy up top. Now he jumps down. You can tell he's an inexperienced player because he did that. Now I miss a few shots, but it wasn't a big deal because these kids weren't that good of a team. I ended up hitting my shots, and that was another 3-person squad wipe. So I'm already leaving Dusty with 6 kills, which really isn't great, but it's really not bad, especially when you're playing a squad game, because you have a chance to rack up the kills later on because everyone's traveling in groups. So as you can see here, I spot someone else. So now the biggest thing I could recommend for you guys is just I kept the high ground. That's the smartest thing you could do, and now I'm using my listening ability to find where he is. I see he comes out the side, and then I learned that he was a solo, which is a relief because I wasn't really prepared with my mats to get into a huge fight. So I get a little bit more mats, I get a little bit better gear, and now I'm leaving Dusty with 7, and it's starting to feel a little better. That's a pretty good start of the game, even though a lot of people already died in the match. You don't have to worry about the kills when you're playing solo squads. You kind of just have to work on surviving. So I kind of had to farm myself. You really do want a decent amount of mats when you're playing squads, but you figure all you need is like 1 squad wipe mid game to get all your mats and materials. So as long as you do my tips of playing sneaky. But right now, I kind of made a mistake. I underestimated this kid because he looked bad, and I kind of just ramp rushed without getting higher. But again, another solo, and this is what you're gonna find in squads. It's not always gonna be 4-person teams. They're not all gonna be amazing builders. A lot of times, you got to think about it like this: squads as a mode probably has the worst players in it, because a lot of these players group up because they think that's what they need to get a win. Now you find better players in solos and duos, and that's not to say everyone that plays squads is bad. There's plenty of great players, and there's players like me that come into the game and try to get these solo squad wins that are pretty good. So that's not to say that it's going to be easy, but you have to remember, don't think that everyone's going to be amazing. Sometimes you're going to get into a lobby where people are just pushing at you from 4 different angles, shooting grenade launchers. There's nothing you can do about that. But as you can see, I picked up another easy 2 kills. They just came out of a fight. You have to push the gunfire. You have to spectate the situation. I saw that they were weak and still looting, so that was my chance to take a few shots. So now I see another player, which I think is a solo, and you know, it's one of the blue cap PlayStation exclusive skins. So usually I kind of just figure they're kind of a no skin. So I figure they're not that good. I take a few shots, and now I'm starting to get lasered from the side, and it almost ends me. But thank God I started building when I did, and this is why building is so important in squads. You have to overbuild. I say overbuild because you have to just be cautionary and make sure that you build enough. Now look at these guys, they do not want to build, but when I knock that guy lasers me and I have no shield. But then he makes the same mistake of just pushing at me with no build, and look, another easy 2 kills. I already have 12 kills, and now there's 9 other people left. So I feel pretty good at this moment, but you see I don't jump out right away. I look around. I want to evaluate the situation. I want to make sure there's not another squad coming up that heard the gunfire trying to get an easy kill, especially on a solo. So I look around, I make sure no one's coming, and that's something that a lot of people don't do, even good players. A lot of times people get tunnel vision because they're so excited they just killed them. Now they want all the loot, they want the materials. But listen, you should just wait for a few seconds, make sure no one's coming there, and then so you see as I'm taking a shield, I see that a tree gets knocked. So now I'm highly aware that at least one person is over there. So I drop back down. I seen that it was a little bit farther though, and I see that they're building over there now. So I drop back down. You always want to carry 1 med at least. I think I only do 1 though in solo squads, mainly because you need as many weapons as possible. Like, you want that one special weapon like a sniper or an RPG or a grenade launcher, because it's going to make your life so much easier when you're fighting. So you can see I just shoot a rocket. This was kind of my test to see if they were a good player, and I see that it hit actually. So now I figure these aren't good players because they're still not building, and I get an easy knock. So now I see the other player, and you're also going to see Bloom is not on my side. My reticle is right on him and it's just not hitting. But again, you'll see I'm looking around. I figure these kids are super easy to kill because of how they were playing, but I don't want to just get tunnel vision. Tunnel vision is such a bad thing in solo squads and really every mode. But I get the kill. Again, I'm looking around before I get the loot, and that's probably one of the biggest tips I can give you guys, is just to look around, evaluate the situation. Now I edited it, but you're going to see that there's people in this house because I'm shooting rockets at it. And this team was a little bit better because they were actually kind of knew how to build. So this guy gets a little hit on me, but I hit him with the RPG. The RPG is really big in the solo squad because it lays so much pressure off you. It kind of puts them in a defensive mode, especially if you have the high ground. It's a must, really. But see, they build a roof, so they kind of knew what they were doing. So then all of a sudden I realized that some guy is ramp rushing me. He built a ramp at the perfect time, so shout out to him. That was a good little defensive build he did there. But you can see, when people are shooting down your build, these new bounce pads are probably one of the best things you could use if you have them, because it takes you off that high ground without getting full damage, and it kind of confuses the enemies because they kind of don't know where you went. So now I build right back up where I started, and I see this guy does not want to cover himself. So I get that knock. It was a really easy knock, and then I just go for the full elimination. Now at this point in the game, I don't want people hiding and resing their guys and making it harder on me. So I take another bouncy because I heard a sticky grenade. The second I come down, I hear a guy drop down with me, throwing more stickies, and that's an easy kill. So now it's me versus 2 players, and this is one of the best situations you can ask for, and it actually happens more than not in solo squads where you're not versing a full squad. Now, so what I do now, I hear shots at me. I want to spot them, and I end up spotting them on the left side of LeBron's house. So now instead of just staying there, I saw I wasn't in circle. I really wanted to get to circle because I want them to have to come to me. You don't want to have to push towards 2 enemies, especially when they know where you are. So I build up on this house, not the best build because I was really only being held up by like 1 wall. But I knew if I was going to get shot down, I would land on the house, so it wasn't a big deal. The second I put down a campfire, I could tell these kids were pretty good. They shot my stuff down. Luckily, I took no full damage, but I built up just in the nick of time because I see that they're pushing me. I immediately stopped the push by breaking the ramp very quickly. Look, this is why the RPG is huge. I get a tag on him. He was so close to me, but now I made him lay off for a little bit. So now it's me versus this kid. RPG is huge again because now I shoot him down. Before he even gets to build, I get the knock. And then now I see it's a 1v1. I shoot a rocket, and that's game over. So I hope you guys enjoyed these tips. I hope they helped you. If you do, like, subscribe. That's all from me. I'm out.